I'm Miko, welcome to Carry On Chronically. I have fibromyalgia and I like to show how I live with chronic pain. I have already filmed this entire video and through all fault of my own, from constantly taking the SD card out without telling the computer I'm going to do so, I corrupted the SD card and none of the footage would upload. Not the end of the world, wasn't a massively produced video or anything, but Jesus.
Editing Miko here, just a quick note, you may hear some weird snuffling noises in the background and it's all because of this little person, so I do apologise.
Whatever. So, what I want to talk about today is just an update. This will probably be the last rambling chat because the chats in the future will have a little more structure to them. Quick disclaimer, I have really bad brain fog today, so it'll take me a little while to find some words and things like that, but we'll be okay, we'll get through it. Update on my pain and medication is I had to get a telephone appointment with the doctor because I couldn't cope. I am sleeping around about an hour and a quarter at a time before I'm wakened up, don't care, by the pain. If I sleep in my bed, if I sleep on the couch, I seem to get like maybe 2 to 3 hours. Don't know why. It seems to be when I lie flat, there's just so many pressure points that there's so many more places that hurt. So I phoned the doctor and we are taking the Cymbalta stroke, whatever it's called, duloxetine down and putting the gabapentin back up because the duloxetine stroke Cymbalta did not work for me. Now when I talk about drugs, I'm talking about my personal experience with them. Please don't think that I'm saying don't try this drug because it won't work for you, blah blah blah. Everybody's different, everybody reacts differently to medication, so don't not try. That's a double negative. So don't take my personal experience as the gospel and what will happen to you with these things. It's just a personal story. So I've put my gabapentin back up to 900 milligrams from 3. That'll go up again, I've no doubt about that. The duloxetine were slowly coming off. So in the meantime, I've came up with what I think is a pretty decent upload schedule for the channel. A little bit to give it a bit more structure, but also to give me a little bit of leeway in sort of doing these things. So what I've got is I've done it a month at a time. So I've just done February for the moment. So for the rest of February, we are going to have a produced video, similar to, not similar in content, but similar in style and the time it takes to make it as the TikTok video. Thank you if you watched that. That is my most watched video, already at 414 views in the first week. So thank you so much for that. If you watched it and shared it and etc. I hope you enjoyed it. So I'm going to do those type of videos, produced videos, take a bit more time, every second Monday. So that will be the 10th and 24th of this month. The first video will be a folding scooter review, and the second will be a compare and contrast on different type of scooters. Then every Wednesday, like today, if I can get this up, if I don't corrupt some more files, we'll have a chat to camera. But rather than this sort of rambling chat that I have been doing, what we will do is we'll have a sort of theme or a, what's the word I'm looking for, hold on, a topic to discuss. So for example, some of the topics that I've picked going forward for this month are energy saving tips, what chronic pain does to your personality, and signs that you're pushing your body too far. So that'll give you an idea of the kind of things that we'll be doing on a Wednesday, just a nice chat like this, nothing too difficult. So even if I am struggling, I don't have an awful lot of work to do to get the video out, so I can't see me really having too many problems with that. I mean, I'm not promising anything, as I've said before. Then every second Friday, which is the opposite week from the Monday, which will be the 7th and the 21st this month, will be either a voiceover or an Orlando vlog, or just something fun and silly for me to work on during the week, and just something for you to see what kind of things we enjoy and what kind of things we do with our lives. So that is hopefully how it will go forward. The reason I haven't planned it out for the whole year is I want to get a feel for how that upload schedule works for me before we go forward into the next month. But I'm pretty pleased with it, and hopefully it'll mean that this is the, we get a lot less rambling videos where me just updating you. And we have something, a sort of topic to discuss, excuse me. We have a topic to discuss, and when I say discuss, I would really like you to come into the comments and give your hints and tips or your feedback on the things that I've talked about. That involves, if you disagree with me, please don't feel bad about disagreeing with me, because I'm not precious about that. If there's things that you're enjoying on the channel, let me know. If there's things that you're not, let me know. I'm honestly fine with it. I would really like to see a sort of community having a discussion about things. I'm trying to think what I talked about. Yeah. Next update is that I have been given a pain management appointment. So I'm looking forward to that with trepidation, because I have had incredibly bad experiences with a pain management appointment before, where the gentleman that I refused to call him a doctor, was more concerned with proving that he was right over helping me. And I walked out with a TENS machine and a fuck off, basically, is how I felt. So that was like 10 years ago. So I'm really hoping a lot of things have changed. Some things haven't changed. They included the clinic patient questionnaire. Shade out all the areas that you are in pain. I haven't finished this yet, but yeah, it's really lucky my tits don't hurt, because it's a dude. Every damn time that you get these things, always a dude. So yeah, so shade out the areas that you're in pain, and a massive questionnaire which we'll just go over. First question, when did you start having problems with pain? Was there an accident or injury? Please describe it. So obviously, after a long process of my thyroid malfunction and not being treated, I developed fibromyalgia stroke CFS, because they don't actually know. And it was 10 years ago. The second one is weird to me. It's asking you to describe your pain with your sort of words.
Hi guys, just a quick message. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and subscribe. If you're not, what are you doing here? Go and enjoy yourself.
So they're asking me to describe my pain with adjectives, really. And I've picked things like burning, stinging, aching, sharp, tingling, throbbing, sore, tight, searing, stabbing, tugging, hot poker. But the other ones that they have are strange to me, and I wonder if this is something that you've experienced, or if you describe your pain in this way. Because they also have here lonely, miserable, screaming, cruel, punishing. And these are the kind of things that I wouldn't use to describe pain. These are the kind of things that I would use as a secondary description. For example, I feel like this pain is punishing me, the pain makes me feel lonely, such and such. So it's a strange sort of like place to put the two different types of descriptions, if you like. So that was a weird one for me. Then they've asked, when do you have your pain? And I have read that in my brain fog state as where, and I've filled it out already. So that'll be good. Need to redo that. When do you have your pain? It's very difficult to answer, but we'll try. Tend to be a lot worse in the morning and get better as the day goes on, and then as the night goes on I get worse again. So that's the easiest way to describe that. Is there anything that makes your pain worse? So I have put walking long distances, sleeping in a bed, bending forward, carrying heavy. And when I say heavy, I mean heavy to me, because I can't carry heavy loads. And I've put anxiety exacerbates it, and passive aggressively put underneath does not cause it. You know, not that I have a chip on my shoulder or anything. Is there anything that helps your pain? I've put warm baths, Epsom salts, CBD and THC, but not allowed that, am I? But you keep enjoying your toxic drinks every Friday night. Heat pads and Tiger Balm, these sort of things, so sort of warmth. Then we have a scale of 0 to 10 on, and this is difficult for me because I'm having a sort of problems with my back and stomach just now, so this isn't a sort of average, or this isn't a sort of test for what I'm always like. This has been in a pretty bad pain time, so it's asking you, please rate your pain at its worst in the last week, and I have put a 9. Please rate your pain at the best, and I have put a 5. Please average that, 7 obviously, and please give me the pain you have right now. And I was doing not bad when I filled it out, and that was a 6. How much does your pain interfere with your general activity? I have put a 10. because it's as simple as that. I have a house that is not as clean as I would like it to be. I have a social life that is not as exciting as I would like it to be, and I have a professional life that is nowhere near as successful as I would like it to be. All of that caused by the way that I have to live. How much does your pain interfere with your mood? Well, that's a 10, because it gives me severe anger issues, especially when I'm sleeping for an hour and 15 minutes at a time and waking up, and it's just unbelievably unbearable to deal with. So yeah, it does put me in a damn mood. How much does your pain interfere with your walking ability? Well, I have a scooter, so I think that's obvious what we've answered to that. I can walk about, at the moment I'm getting about 20 minutes, which is actually brilliant, to be honest, for me. And I know that I'm getting about 20 minutes because I'm walking Maisie. And when I'm walking Maisie, I'm getting just to about the point of being 5 minutes away from the house, and it's goddamn really painful, and I'm kind of really struggling for that last 5 minutes. And then how much does it interfere with your normal work? Well, massively so, because I feel like I would be a lot more successful in the things that I want to do if I didn't have to deal with this. How much does it interfere with your relationships with other people? I've put a 6, but I'm not sure if the other people would put a 10, because I must be terrible to live with, I must be terrible to deal with. From my mum's point of view, from my husband's point of view, it's, I have to think of what it must be like for them, really. So I've put a 6, but I'd like to maybe see what they would say, what number they would say. How much does your pain interfere with your sleep? I think we've answered that. I've put an 8, but I don't know why, because I think this was before I was getting about 5 hours when I filled this out, and now I'm not, so we'll see what that says. And how much does your pain interfere with your enjoyment of life? Now, I've put a 10, but in rethinking this, I think that's an extremely privileged answer, because I have a roof over my head, I have a loving family, I have food to eat, I have clothes to wear. So, I'm in no illusion that there are people who don't have these things and suffer from this as well. So I probably changed that answer. I think quite a self-indulgent answer to put a 10, because I still have a life. I still can get things that I know that other people in my position can't have. So I need to readjust that one. And are there any activities, e.g. hobbies, socialising, which you would like to do that your pain stops you from doing? Jesus, I could write a novel, love. But I have wrote that I like DIY and I can't do DIY. I'm the DIY person in this house. I love it. I like taking on projects, or at least I used to like taking on projects and seeing them through. I can't do that anymore. For instance, I started one in the hall when I felt like I was having sort of good weeks, and then it's still lying like that. I would like to do more videography, but I can't manage to carry the equipment that you need and get to the kind of places that I would need to get to do it. So that's another one. I'd like to be able to walk Maisie longer. I'm not sure if she would like to be able to be walked longer, but I would like to, take her further away, let her off the lead. I can't let her off the lead when I'm out with her myself, because if she runs anywhere, because if anybody knows having a pug, if they see something that is way more interesting than you, they just fuck off. They're away. And I can't chase after her, so that upsets me a little bit, because I would like to be able to do that. And I would like to be able to clean and organise my house better. Properly, I would say, because at the moment it's like a bomb has hit it. And I was never the most fancy, what are you going to call it? I was never the most what's the word? Just hold on. Domestic goddessy. I was never like that. But I would, I wouldn't mind actually being able to get down on all fours and clean the house properly. I have recently cleaned my bathroom. It took me 4 hours, and I had to have a 6-hour lie down after it. But it needed done, because I was going to be growing the next penicillin, do you know what I mean? So, bad. The last page asks you for a list of your medications and whether you think they're helping you or not. And it asks for medications you've tried before and whether you think that they have helped you. I have listed my medications, and then I've put that cocodamol used to help me, but it causes, because I have stomach issues and digestive issues, it just kind of exacerbates that. It slows down the whole system, and I don't actually need help slowing down my digestive system. And then it asks if there's anything they're allergic to, which for me generally is a no. And it asks if you tried any other forms of treatment for your pain. So I have tried private physio because it was a 14-week wait for physio. So I thought, well, you know, I'll give it a go, and I paid, I think, £35 a session, and the benefits of the session lasted for 3 days, even doing the exercises that I was given, because I'm not going to pay £30 a session and just not do the things she told me to do. I did the things she told me to do, 3 days benefit, and I was back to square one, and I was getting the appointments fortnightly, so it just wasn't monetary. Like, what was that, at 3 days, £10 a day to get the benefits, and then nothing else, so didn't carry on with that. And then it asks you finally, what do you hope to get from your attendance? And because I've had such a bad experience at the pain management clinic before, I've said that I have no expectations whatsoever, but I would like to see what options are available to me. So that's on the 7th of March, so I will update you. We'll do a full video on how that appointment went. I doubt very much that I'll be able to film any of it, so it will be probably more like a story time type how the appointment went, but we will do that. So that's everything so far, and like I say, hopefully this will be the last rambling video, because we will have sort of more structured videos going forward. But if you've made it this far into the video, thank you very much for watching, and thanks for sticking with the channel as we get better, because we will. I learn something from every video that I make. But it does help me very much if you like the video, if you comment in the video and share it with anyone that you think might benefit from it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. And the reason for that is there's a community tab in YouTube that would be really beneficial to me, especially with this new upload schedule, because I would be able to say, go in to YouTube and put a little message on saying, supposed to be a video upload today, I'm having a crazy bad day, we're going to move that to such and such. But I can't use that facility until I have 1,000 subscribers. And currently we're on 126, which is fantastic. Hello to all the new folks. But if you could possibly find me up to 1,000 just so I can use that community tab, that would be amazing. So thank you very much for making it this far into the video. We'll see you on Friday for, I think what I'm going to do is a Discovery Cove edit. And if there's anything that you would like to see in the, on the channel, future ideas for videos, or anything you would like discussed, leave it in the comments. That would be great. I hope you're having a good week, and gentle hugs. Bye.